Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The ongoing peace process in the Niger Delta may be heading for a brick wall as some Ijaw-speaking communities of Baramatu Kingdom and their Ishekiri neighbors in Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State have threatened to disrupt oil and gas production over persistent marginalization in the distribution of Nigeria's oil wealth. Correspondent Ekena Milfori, who covered the peaceful protests staged in 2 locations by disenchanted groups, filed in this report.
Aggrieved communities of Baramatu Kingdom recently converged in Opraza, headquarters of the kingdom, to protest against perceived marginalization in the allocation of benefits derived from crude oil and gas production. The protesting communities allege that, despite having given peace a chance since the introduction of the presidential amnesty program, the federal government has failed to honor its promise to address plaguing issues of poverty and underdevelopment that have become their lots over the years. Consequently, they had threatened to disrupt oil and gas operations in their domain.
We urge the federal government to immediately put in place processes that will start the EPZ project that has the Gas Revolution Industrial Park, Ogidigbe, and also the deep sea port, Baramatu Kingdom. We also ask the federal government to restart the Omadino Escravos Road. They should, in fact, not waste time to ask the contractor to mobilize. We will ensure that companies that are mining oil in our territory do so no more until we are given an opportunity.
If they don't want us house, we are ready for them. Our own will be under COVID-19. The women, we are ready.
The Ishekiri ethnic nationality has equally vowed to cripple oil and gas production over its non-inclusion in projects execution and denial of employment opportunities by companies operating in its oil-producing communities. During a recent peaceful protest organized in Uborodo, Movement for the Development of Ishekiri Oil and Gas Producing Communities asked the federal government to stop an ongoing bid for 57 marginal oil fields in the Niger Delta, demanding that the Ishekiri people be given the right of first refusal to own and operate the oil fields.
If competent companies owned by Ishekiri indigenes are not considered by the DPRO for the 57 marginal field with immediate effect, we will shut down operations of the multinational oil and gas companies, IOCs, operating in our homeland.
For most observers of the ongoing peace process, the threats issued recently by angry Ijaw and Ishekiri communities is a sad reminder of the early days of conflict in the region. They recall that when the Niger Delta peace deal suffered a major setback soon after President Muhammadu Buhari's election in 2015, the region's leaders met with Mr. President in November 2016 and made a 16-point demand to facilitate lasting peace and development in the Niger Delta. According to the aggrieved oil-producing communities, their main grounds is the federal government's failure to address the following demands: relocation of administrative and operational headquarters of oil companies to the Niger Delta, review of the presidential amnesty program to provide a robust exit strategy for beneficiaries, addressing crumbling infrastructure in the region, as well as increased funding for the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs and the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). Renewed agitations by restive communities are a source of concern for stakeholders over a likely derailment of the ongoing peace process in the Niger Delta. One-time president of the Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People and chairman of the Niger Delta Technical Committee, Ledu Mite frowns at the turn of events in the Niger Delta, which he says is capable of igniting violence in the region. Mite advises the federal government to shun quick fixes in addressing the plight of neglected communities and rethink its conflict resolution strategy in the Niger Delta.
It is only when the people agitate to the extent that it now threatens either the economy that governments now come into it and then try to do something. And most times it is just some quick fixes to solve the problem. Quick fixes cannot solve this problem at all. I think we need to go back to the drawing board. What are the issues? And government should be prepared to go and speak with the people. There should be some dialogue to solve these issues.
Fortunately, the Delta State government has assumed a mediatory role in what could degenerate into renewed hostilities in the Niger Delta. In the aftermath of recent threats to cripple oil and gas production, the state government has appealed to the communities to sheath their swords and allow peace reign, while promising to convey their grievances to the federal government. For most observers of the ongoing peace process, it is difficult to contemplate a possible return to violence which would result in a lose-lose situation for the feuding parties. They, however, call on the federal government to look into the legitimate demands of aggrieved communities and provide restorative justice as a precondition for lasting peace and sustainable development in the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta,